Welcome to another tutorial. In this particular video, we're going to discuss binomial expansion, especially for P2. And here we are told to find the first three terms in ascending powers of x in the expansion 2 minus 3 over 5x raised to power 10. Then you are supposed to use your expansion to solve this particular equation that we are having here, which is 1.96 times 10 raised to 1.96 times raised 1.96 times 1.96 raised to power 10 correct to one decimal place. Once we have worked out that, we are also going to find we are going to use the expression that f of x is equals to this particular expression we have here. Use your expansion to find the gradient of the function f of x at x is equals to 0. And if you're new to Proflan YouTube channel, consider subscribing so that anytime I'm going to upload another tutorial, you'll be notified. In the Proflan YouTube channel, I do maths and physics for both A-level, O-level, for Cambridge and Edexcel. So if you are taking an exam in that end of those bodies, you'll be getting tutorials from this channel as well as predictions for the main exams, which usually happen May, June. Let's now dive in so that we can be able to get to see what you are supposed to do. So let's look at the first question, part A. And whenever you are doing an expansion, a binomial expansion, especially for P2, this is the kind of question that you'll be asked. And in order to work out that, this is what we're going to do. We are having 2 minus 3 over 5x raised to power 10, and in our expansion we are supposed to find the first three terms, so meaning that we are going to just find a few terms, and in order to find the first three terms in this case, we are going to say this is going to be, the first term will be written n combination, our n is 10 combination 0 times this number that you have here, which is going to be 2 raised to power 10. The second term that you are having here will be having negative 3 over 5x raised to power 0. So meaning that the power of 2 will be decreasing from 10, as the power of this second term would be increasing from 0 or upward. So the next term here is going to be 10 combination 1, which is going to be multiplied to 2 raised to power 9 now, and negative 3 over 2 raised to power 1. This is the first term, this is the second term. Now we are finding the third term, which is going to be plus 10 combination 2, which is going to be multiplied to 2 raised to power 8 multiplied to negative 3 over 5x raised to power 2. So we are going to work out this, and something that I need to mention as much we are using this one also can be written as 10 combination 0. That can also be written like that. This one can be written 10 combination 1. The same thing. That's the same notation you can be able to use. And at the same time, let me remind you that if we are saying 10 combination 0, which is the same as 10 combination 0, this can be written as 10 factorial over 10 minus 0 factorial, then 0 factorial, because the general form of n combination r is equals to n combination r is equals to n factorial over n minus r factorial, then r factorial. And I believe you know that if we are saying 5 factorial, what does that mean? That means 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. If we are saying 5 or rather let me just use maybe 6 factorial over 4 factorial. This can be written as 6 times 5 times 4 factorial divided by 4 factorial. Then this can be able to cancel out. So basically that is an area that you really need to remember. But in order to find this factorial or this combination of coefficients here, you need just to put them in your calculator and get them direct. Now, for instance, this first part that we are having here, we are having 10 combination 0. We are going to put our values like this. I'm going to open, this is the way I want you to be putting this. We shall open bracket, then we put 10 combination. For the calculator, we shall say shift, shift. Then you can see we have on this key we have combination, then we shall put 0, then times 2 raised to power 10 times, I shall open here the bracket and I shall put negative 3 over 5, and then close the bracket, then I raise to power 0 in this case. So if I do that, I'm going to get my answer as 1024, because this is just 0, and if any number is to 0 is going to be actually 1. So we are going to have a constant 1024 at that point. Then the next term here, I'm having 10 combination 1, so I'll just move the digit and edit that. I'll have 1 here, and the next term, in this case, this is what I'm having in my calculator. So meaning I just need to edit whatever I'm having here. So here I have 1, so I should put 1 there, and the next term here for 2 I'll have 9, and then the place of 0 I'll have 1 there. So if I expand that, I'm going to get negative 3072x. Then the next term will be a positive because this will be squared. And this is going to be plus 2736 all over 5x squared. Now, whatever we're having here now is the expansion for this particular question. So in part B, we are told that Roman 1, use your expansion to find this. So in part B, we are supposed to estimate the value of 1.96 raised to power 10 is going to be equal to what? That is B Roman 1. So something that you need to remember, you are going to take this expression you have here, you equate it to this part. So which means that we are going to have what? We are going to have 1.96 power 10 is equals to 2 minus 3 over 5x raised to power 10, and this will cancel out, and we shall have now 3 over 1.96 minus 3 1.96 is equals to 2 minus 3 over 5x. This will go on this side, and 1.96 will go this side. It will be 3 over 5x is equals to 2 minus 1.96. If we subtract, we shall get 3 over 5x is equals to 0.04 in that case. Then our x in this case is going to be 0.04 times 3 times 5 over 3. So 0.04 times 5 divided by 3, and that answer for x is going to be 1 over 15. So meaning for us to estimate this using this expansion that we have here, we are going to substitute 1024 minus 3072 into 1 over 15. Our x is 1 over 15 plus 2736 over 5, 1 over 15 squared. So if we put this in our calculator, we are going to get 1024 minus 3072 into 1 over 15 plus 2736 over 5 into bracket 1 over 15 squared. And if you work it out, we are going to get 837.6 837.6 as the final answer for this particular case. And that is correct to 1 decimal place. In this second question here, in part C, we are told that this is a function. So which means that since we got this expansion here, it will mean that f of x is equals to 1024 Now, since we are supposed to find the gradient, it means we are going to differentiate this function that we are having here. So meaning that f prime of x is going to be equals to, this is a constant. If you differentiate it, you are going to get 0. This one is, that is 72x. So if we differentiate it, we are going to get negative 3072. Differentiating this, the power will go down, and that becomes what? 2 times 2736 over 5. So this will be plus 41472 over 5x. But we are supposed to find the gradient function at x is equals to what? 0. So meaning that if you substitute 0 here, we shall have negative 30. We are evaluating at f of x, f prime of x at x is equals to 0. So meaning our answer is going to be negative 3072 plus this. And if you substitute 0 at this point, the whole of this term will cancel, and that will become where p is a constant, can be written in the form a plus bx plus cx squared plus dx cubed, and the rest of the terms are not listed. Where a, b, and c are constant, we are supposed to find the value of a. The value of a. So we are supposed to find the value of a in this particular case. Now, if you are told to find the value of a, you need to remember that this is the first term of this binomial. This is the first term. And how do you find the first term? Remember, if you are finding the first term, we are going to say it's 5 combination 0 times this term that we have in here, 3 raised to power 5 multiplied to px raised to power 0. That will be our first term, which means that this can be written as, we can be able to put this in our calculator, having in mind that this is going to be 1, because a number raised to 0 is going to be 1. Then we are going to find 5 combination 0 is basically 1, and 3 raised to power 5 is going to be 243. So if you put this in your calculator, you get is 243. So our A is 243. Therefore A equals to 243. Now, in order to find the value of P, in this case, we are told that B is equals to 18D. Now, B, if you look at this equation here, is the second term. And for you to find the second term, you are going to say 5 combination 1. Because here, when we're writing the coefficient, this value of C here usually start from the first term. It will be C 5 combination 0, 5 combination 1. So that's why we are having here 5 combination 1. Then this this first term that we're having here will be raised to power 4, and this one will be raised to power 1 in that case. So if you are going to expand this, you are going to get that the second term is going to be 405 px. Then but B, remember, is the coefficient of x, so we are going to say our value of B in this case is going to be 405 p. You need also to see that we are talking of D at this point, and D is in which term? First term, second, third, and fourth. So if we are finding the coefficient, we are going to say 5 combination 0, 5 combination 1, 5 combination 2, 5 combination 3. So this power 3, this base 3 that we are having at this point here is usually the power of the second term that we are having here. But you see, if you want to know what is the first term power will be, it will be 5 minus 3, that will be 2. So 3 in this fourth term, 3 will be raised to power 2, but px will be raised to power 3, and it's usually the lower one at this given point. So if you substitute this and you put it in your calculator, this is going to reduce to 90 p power 3. So the coefficient of D, of x cubed in this case, which is D, is going to be 90 p power 3. But we are talking of B is equals to 18D. So we are going to say 405p is equals to 18 times what D was, which is 90 p3. So if we simplify by dividing by 1620 p both sides, we are going to have our expression reducing to what? Let me just try to check. 405 divided by 1620, that's going to be 1 over 4 here. We shall have 1 over 4. Then you find square root. Then you find square root here. Our p is equals to plus or minus 1 over 2. Now, in this case, whenever you are doing that, what I need you to remember, always check the conditions which are provided. So we are told here p must be less than 0. So therefore, we can conclude and say p is going to be equals to negative 1 over 2 in this case. So meaning in our expression that we were given to expand, it should be written as p minus 3. This expression was supposed to be written 3 minus 1 over 2x raised to power 5. That was the expression that we were supposed to have. And we are supposed to find the value of C. The value of C, this is actually the third term. And something that I want you to remember, at the third term, we are going to say 5 combination 0, 5 combination 2, 1, 5 combination 2. So we are going to say that third term is going to be equals to 5 combination 2. And this 2 we have said is going to be the power of the second term. So this will be power 2, but this one now will be power 3 here. Okay, so if we can be able to put this in our calculator, 5 combination 2 is going to give us 10 times 27 times this is 1 over 4. And then now, because c is the coefficient of x squared, this is actually going to be x squared here, so this is going to be our value of c. So we are going to multiply by 27 times 1 over 4, and that is going to translate to 67.5, or 135 over 2 is going to be our c. Our c is going to be 135 over 2 as our final answer. And if you have gotten value from this particular video, consider subscribing so that anytime I'm going to do more tutorials of P2, you'll be notified. Remember, May, June is approaching. We shall be doing our regular prediction papers. See you in the next video.